Reflect in English podcast.
Hey everyone, I'm Olivia.
And I'm Patrick. Today we're talking about something every learner struggles with, remembering words.
Oh yes, memorizing vocabulary, the pain, the tears, the endless lists. So today we're saying it loud, stop memorizing. Let's talk about 3 real ways to make words stick in your mind for good.
So, Olivia, why do you think people still try to memorize words by heart?
I think because that's how we were taught in school. We see a word list and we think, okay, I must remember all of them. So we write them down, repeat them, maybe even sing them. But it doesn't last.
Right. It's like trying to build a house with sand. You can't remember a word if it has no meaning for you.
Exactly. Our brains don't like empty information. They love stories, pictures, emotions, connections.
You know, scientists say that the brain remembers things better when they're connected to images or emotions.
That's why our first method is association memory.
All right, so association memory means what exactly?
It means you connect a new word with something you already know, a picture, a sound, a feeling, or even a joke.
Oh, like linking apple with the picture of an actual apple.
Yes, but we can go deeper. For example, let's say you want to remember the word lazy. You could imagine a big cat sleeping on the sofa all day. That image will stick in your brain much better than just reading lazy equals not wanting to work.
So it's like building small stories in your head.
Exactly. Here's another example, the word bright. Instead of just bright equals with a lot of light, you can think of a bright morning when you opened your window and the sun made you smile. Now the word has color, feeling, and life.
So when learners create these connections, they're making a memory picture.
Right. You can use your imagination. Make it funny, weird, or emotional. The stronger the feeling, the longer you remember.
So if I want to remember hungry, maybe I imagine a cartoon me with a huge empty stomach yelling, "Food!"
That's exactly it. The funnier or stranger the image, the easier it stays in your brain.
That's such a fun way to learn. I think people forget that learning can be creative.
Yes, it's something to play with, to feel, to imagine.
Okay, so the first method was association. What's the second one?
Context memory. This one is about learning words inside real situations.
So instead of studying single words, you study how people actually use them.
Exactly. Let's say the word is trust. If you just memorize trust equals believe, you'll probably forget it. But if you hear someone say, I trust my best friend, or don't trust that website, now the word lives inside a story.
I see. The story gives meaning and helps your brain build connections.
Yes, because words are not alone in real life. They live with other words like trust someone, lose trust, build trust. When you see these together, your brain learns patterns, not just one word.
That makes sense. It's like when I learned French. I didn't really remember words until I watched movies and heard them used in sentences.
Exactly. Movies, songs, books, even memes, they all give context. When you see a word in use, it becomes part of your memory naturally.
So learners should stop making word lists and start collecting sentences.
Yes. I actually tell my students, don't collect words, collect moments. If you see a cool sentence online, save it, repeat it, use it.
All right, now we come to the third method, making sentences, right?
Yes, this is my favorite, the sentence-making method. It's about using new words in your own life, in your own way.
So, like, if I learn the word adventure, I could say, I want to go on an adventure this weekend.
Exactly. When you create your own sentences, you build personal memory. Your brain says, hey, this is my sentence. It's part of my story.
It's also like telling your brain, this word is useful to me.
Yes, and that's the key. Make it personal. For example, instead of just writing delicious equals very tasty, you could say, the pizza last night was so delicious. Now your brain remembers the pizza, the taste, the feeling, and the word.
So, association gives us pictures, context gives us stories, and sentence making gives us action.
Exactly. You use the word, you feel it, and then it becomes yours.
Okay, so we have three great methods now: association, context, and sentence making. But Olivia, how can learners actually practice them every day?
Good question. Because ideas are nice, but action is what makes the magic happen.
So, what's your favorite way to practice?
For association memory, I like to draw little pictures, even if I'm bad at drawing. Let's say I learn the word storm. I'll draw some clouds and lightning, maybe a tiny umbrella. It makes me laugh, and that helps me remember.
That's cool. I can't draw at all, but I sometimes use colors. For happy words, I use yellow or pink. For sad words, maybe blue. It makes my notebook more fun and visual.
Yes, you just need to play with your memory.
What about context memory? How can learners use that?
One easy way: watch short clips in English, maybe on YouTube or TikTok. Listen carefully to how people use words in real life. Write down 1 or 2 interesting sentences, not 20.
Right. Focus on quality, not quantity.
Exactly. Then read those sentences aloud and think, what situation are they talking about? How do they feel? That's how you build emotional context.
I love that. You can even pause a video and repeat the sentence. Try to feel it, not just say it.
Yes, like an actor. Actors don't just memorize lines, they live them. That's how you should learn English too.
So, what about the sentence-making method?
Okay, this one is really practical. Every time you learn a new word, try to make 3 personal sentences. For example, if your new word is excited, you can write, I am excited for the weekend. My sister gets excited when she sees her dog. I was excited but also nervous before my job interview.
Hearing your own voice helps your brain remember faster. It's like giving your memory a double push, one from writing, one from speaking. All right, Olivia, how about we do a little live practice?
Okay, I'm ready. What's the challenge?
Let's pick one random word and use all 3 methods on it.
Nice. Let's choose the word journey.
Perfect. So, step 1, association. When I hear journey, I imagine myself with a big backpack, standing at a train station, the sun rising. It's exciting and a bit scary.
That's a beautiful image. For me, journey feels like music, something calm and full of hope. Maybe I imagine listening to calm music on a bus while traveling to a new place.
Love it. So that's association, making pictures and emotions.
Now, step 2, context. Let's use journey in real sentences we might hear. For example, this movie is about a young girl's journey to find her family. Or, learning English is a long journey.
Exactly. Context shows us what kind of situations the word lives in. You don't eat a journey or fix a journey. You go on a journey. That's the natural phrase.
Yes. Go on a journey, start a journey, end a journey. Those are the word's real friends.
It's true. Words have friends, and we should learn them together. Okay, now step 3, make our own sentences.
All right. Mine is, I started my English journey 2 years ago.
Nice. Mine is, I think every day is a small journey to become a better version of myself.
That's beautiful, Patrick. You see, when we make personal sentences, we connect the word with our real life. That's when memory sticks.
You know, Olivia, I think these methods are not just about words. They're about changing how we think when we learn.
Absolutely. Many people say, my memory is bad. But it's not true. Their method is just not right.
Exactly.
And it's okay to forget sometimes. Forgetting is normal. You just need to meet the word again in a story, a movie, a sentence, and it will come back faster each time.
All right, before we finish, let's give our listeners a small challenge for this week.
Yes. Here's what you can do. Choose 3 new English words you like. For each word, make 1 image, find 1 real sentence, and write your own sentence.
Simple, right? It doesn't take more than 10 minutes.
And if you can, say your sentences out loud.
All right, friends, that's it for today's episode. We'll see you next time.
Take care and keep learning. See ya!